Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Laurie Davis, your host of the Today Show. And it's Monday. So, Monday is always self care, empowerment, goals, dreams, whatever we want to talk about. And Virginia says hello to everyone. She's gone back to work, our former host. And last Monday was her last show for now. So I invited another new friend that I've met, Lakeysha Mattis, and she's all the way from California. I have so many friends in California. I should just move there. Like that was a lifetime goal of mine to retire in California. I can even show you the journal I put it in 25 years ago. So let's just not waste any time and bring Lakeysha to the stage. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello,
Yes.
Laurie.
Yes, good morning to you. It's so great to have you here.
Yes.
I got so used to having a co-host on Mondays because it's just more fun to talk to someone rather than at people. And I can do solo shows for sure, but it's always great to have a guest. So thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here, Lakeysha.
It's so much of a pleasure. Thank you for having me, Dr. Laurie.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. Well, let's just share, first of all, a little bit about you because you haven't been on the show before. But let's just share a little bit about who are you and what does a day in the life of Doula Lakeysha Mattis look like anyway?
All right. Hello, everybody. It's fantastic, fabulous to be in your presence today. For all of you viewers who are tuning in, hello. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. I am an author, speaker, and rebound and reset doula and facilitator. I use my voice to help individuals awaken to more. That means the bounce back is our word. Bounce back faster, more effectively, efficiently from life setbacks, life storms to win. And basically, a day in my life, there can be a lot of things that's going on. Just like a day in your life, there can be a lot of things that's going on. But I believe that by mapping out your day, by understanding what you may be up against, by setting systems in place, that we can all help ourselves to make it through the day. But we just don't have to make it through the day. We can make it through the day as winners, right? Whatever that looks like for you, whatever you have set forth to do, and you've been able to complete that at whatever level, just give yourself some credit.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I call
absolutely.
that, we call that bounce back ability. And a lot of people out there, I think COVID really, really hurt a lot of people in so many ways. And some people haven't even come out of their houses yet because they still think it's here. So our level of being able to bounce back from everything and anything is very important.
It very much is. And, the research actually shows that you have the ability to learn how to bounce back more faster and effectively. People are like, oh, that's a bunch of, no, actually it is true. And the research is supporting, and there's a lot of evidence, right, about how you are able to rebound. And I say reset your life, right? Because I believe that life can be beautiful and is worth living on purpose for your higher purpose, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of the things that, let's talk about some of the things that are going on that people need to bounce back from. You and I both have a journey, have a story, have a history. Yes. And I know I've had to start over. I called it starting over. Yeah. And I actually do a workshop on that, starting over. Because when you have a baby, you're starting over. Life's different, right? You have what, 5 kids? Mm-hmm. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. And if a relationship breaks down, we have to start over. If we get sick, I was just sick. I was so sick. Yeah. And I call it recovery. Yes. It's easy to recover when you have that mindset that that's what you deserve. So what are some things you've seen people bounce back from?
Well, I can say I had to walk in the shoes first, right? Before I can even speak to this or even call myself rebound and reset doula and facilitator. And basically that's what I do. I help people. Mindset is the key there. And self-worth, right? You are valuable, that you need to believe that you are worth every bit of energy that you put into your recovery. You're worth every bit of whatever it takes, right? Tenacity for you to rise to greater heights in your life. Whatever the situations that people go through, from divorces, from losing others, from medical emergencies, right? From losing a home, losing a job, from going through grief, going through depression, anxiety, seeing something that's traumatic. Even certain people are still stuck in the past of the things that have actually happened to them, that they still have things today that can trigger and reopen these wounds that were never correctly acknowledged, learned from, so that people can grow, right?
Right.
Basically, it is very important for us to really understand that you have the power to choose. Doesn't matter what situation you are facing, you always should remember that you have the power to choose how you weather the storms that show up in your life. We may not know what the storm is. We do not even know what the catastrophic level of that storm may be. But one of the African proverbs says one thing is for sure, right? That you're either going into a storm, you're coming out of a storm, or you're about to go into a storm. So, baby, we have to learn how to weather life's storms.
Absolutely, we do. And each one of the storms prepares us for the next storm.
Oh, goodness. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So all along the way, the storm hits, you ride that wave, you get out of it. Then what that did was actually get you ready for the next one. Because, Lakeysha, I always tell my clients, there are 8.5 billion people on the planet, maybe 9 now, and not one person is going to escape without a storm.
Nobody.
No. Doesn't matter where you live, who you are.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Nobody
Absolutely.
arrives on a silver platter.
Right.
And
so true.
So get ready, girlfriends and guy friends, get
Yes.
ready. Get ready.
Get ready to choose how you are going to weather a storm. There's a quote by Wayne Dyer, if I can read it. It says,
absolutely.
This is chapter 1 of my book, Awaken to More: 8 Strategies to Rebound and Reset Your Life. And the first quote I have here from Wayne Dyer is, with everything that has happened to you, you can either feel sorry for yourself or treat what has happened as a gift. Everything is either an opportunity to grow or an obstacle to keep you from growing. You get to choose. We get to choose how we weather this storm. The power is ours. So we got to take captive that power that we possess, right? Stand firm about who we are and who we're becoming, right? For our future selves. And then figure out what are the tools, what are the strategies, what are the skills that I need to develop within myself to be able to weather life storms, because you're not escaping it. Now, I'm a possibilitarian. I believe in the power to for everything to happen, right? And the way it's supposed to happen. I'm a possibilitarian, but that does not mean that I'm exempt from storms. Okay?
No.
It doesn't exist to that.
And I love that word. I love that word, possibilitarian.
Yes, possibilitarian.
Talk about that. How did that come to you?
I was doing some reading because I do a lot of research. That's one of my strengths is intellect, right? So I always go down this rabbit hole with learning, and then I want to learn more about different types of things that has to do with resiliency, that has to do with resetting your life, starting over, like you said, right? In order social emotional learning, EQ, like emotional intelligence. So I'm all into these certain concepts of self-development and rising to greater heights, rising from the ashes to greater heights. So I came across a certain quote, and it was talking about being a possibilitarian. So I start going down a rabbit hole. Don't remember what the gentleman's name is, but it was this word about being a possibilitarian. So I start looking up the word, couldn't find the main word of it, but it's talked about a person that was, in history, and that they were intellect, and that's what they talked about. And I'm like, this is great. Possibilitarian. A person just believes has a positive mindset about a lot of things that they have to go through and endure. And they just believe that they keep the faith, they keep the hope that things are able to turn around and happen for them, right? In a positive way, no matter what it looks like. We're not talking about what we can see visually, right? No matter what it sounds like, right? No matter how you're feeling about it, just go ahead, and you have the power to choose to believe the way you want to believe, to see what you want to see manifested. And there's nothing nobody else can do about it. They may call you crazy. They may say this girl just lost her mind, but guess what? I'm trying to tell you here, the miracles have been happening, the manifestations have been manifesting. So I'm going to continue to be a possibilitarian because of who I believe in and who I'm grounded in and my faith. So
Right.
hey, how about you become a possibilitarian too? Join the tribe.
Exactly. Well, even since childhood, I always could see the gifts
Wow.
because everything has the gift that comes out of it. And,
Yeah.
some people never get to see the gift of that
Right.
setback. Some people, it may take 5 years and they'll look back and go, oh, you know what? That was a really good thing that I lost that job, because if I hadn't lost that job, I wouldn't be here. People
Absolutely.
can look back and see the gift, but I love for us to be able to see the gift right then and there.
Yes. That
Right?
is,
The
yeah.
closer we can get to that gift more quickly, the better. So whenever the what hits the fan in my life, I go, all right, what is the gift here? And then I
Wow.
focus on that.
Yeah.
I
That's,
was in the hospital for 10 days here
yeah.
about a month ago. And I thought, now what is the gift?
Mm.
No laundry, no food to prepare.
There's a possibilitarian mindset there
Right?
now, Dr.
I don't
Laurie.
have to do anything but just rest.
And heal.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I found out a possibilitarian. So a possibilitarian is someone who focuses on the potential and possibilities in any situation and believes that they can overcome challenges and achieve their goals. Period.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And what kind of qualities do we need to develop in order to be a possibilitarian? When you think about it, you can't just, decide that, and then
Yeah.
we have to work at it. So what kind
Yeah.
of qualities? It's like people will say, well, I need $1 million, or I want to
Mhm.
earn $1 million this year. Okay. The first thing you have to do is become that person,
Yes. The future you.
the future
Absolutely.
you, right?
You have to become the
So
future
what does
you.
that person look like? How do they behave? They don't lay on the couch eating chips and watching television,
All
um,
day. Yeah.
right? All day in and day out.
Right. That's a great, I always say start from your strengths, right? Start from your strengths. There's a lot of different ways to learn your main core strengths of who you are. One of mine is futuristic. So a lot of times when I'm looking at something, I'm viewing it through a futuristic frame of reference. And a lot of times people are like, "Where are you?" I'm in the future. You're thinking about what you're doing now. I'm thinking 5 or 10 years from here, where that's going to leave us, right? So all of us have our qualities about who we are. We have to start off with our strengths, and then we have to start off with our value system. What things would a person, your future you, value? Because I believe our future you is, he or she is on the other side saying, don't go that way. What are you doing? That's not the goal. Focus. Tap back into yourself. Tap back in, because I am here and I'm trying to guide and lead you. I'm like, yoo-hoo, turn this way. That's not the way to go. So I just believe that the qualities a person must have, they have to have faith. You have to have faith enough to believe, right? Faith enough to believe that all things are possible for you, that you are made with a purpose, that you have a higher purpose for this life. It's not just, like you said, to sit on the couch and eat potato chips all day. You got to eat potato chips and sit on the couch, but not for a certain portion, right? That can be a part of your plan for relaxation, but it can't be the whole time, right? We got to take accountability. We have to be accountable to ourselves. We have to tap back in to really figure out who we are at our core, what we represent. And we don't like it, we can change it. We have to know that we have the power to change what we don't like. We have the power to tap into our future you. Of the value system of this person has to be somebody who can, not just a trailblazer, but who can stand alone. When everybody else is faltering away or not believing, you have to be able to stand alone. You have to have that grit about yourself, right? You have to have the spirit of perseverance to understand that no matter what happens in this life, though life may be hard, that you will continue to push forward, right? Move forward, that you are a person that can move some things, that you are a force to be reckoned with. That's the values that you have to carry when we're talking about being a possibilitarian, because half the time, how the other quote says that nobody until it's done, Everybody's going to be naysayers until it's done. Then when it's done, they're like, oh, that person did that. Yeah, because that person was a possibilitarian. So you were calling them crazy, but in actuality, they were geniuses who trusted the process. Trust the process. Stand
Oh
on
my
your core
gosh.
values. Stand on who you are. And don't let anybody else take you off of your own, the beat of your own drum. That's the better way to say it. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Introducing Veteran House Alliance International Monthly 50/50 Raffle. Purchase your ticket today, link on display, and have a chance to win cash and help a great platform supporting veterans.
Well, I'm sure you've experienced this. I know I have. I've been in business a very long time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people gave up on me
Yeah.
before I was even out the door. And, but the thing is, I never gave up on me. And that's what you're saying.
Yes.
You know, we're our own best friend. We are our own best resource.
Yes.
We are our
Absolutely.
own best everything.
Yes, we are.
So, yeah. So the thing is, I would say that's another quality, never giving up on ourselves.
That's right.
And somebody asked me one time, how do you know when you will have been successful? How will you recognize it? How will you know that? Because actually, for years, I had a fear of success.
Yeah.
You know, I could take nothing and I could turn it into something. And then I'd get to the finish line and I'd drop the ball. Fear of success. I wasn't afraid of failure because I knew what that looked like.
Yeah.
And smelled like, and right? It tasted like I had failed so many times. But always being able to trust my own self, my thoughts. And anyway, somebody asked me that question. How will you know when you've been successful? I said, when I go to a foreign country and I see a little kid walking down the street with my t-shirt on.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know how they got it.
Right.
Right?
Wow. Yes. Okay. Yes. I love it. And you know, success looks different for everybody, like a win. I help people to win, but their win, it could be something that someone else says, well, that is like so simple, but not to that person. That was a boulder. That was a mountain they were climbing, right? So to each person, success looks differently. And you're right, that self-sabotage, it's a real thing, right? Right there. And then we just blow it.
Yeah. I've seen that so many times, not just in my life, but in the lives of others too. And that self-doubt comes in. And because remember, Lakeysha, we've been conditioned and programmed, right?
Yes.
People would say to me, well, what makes you think you could help others and make money?
Oh, wow.
Right? What, you're not a psychologist. I said, no, I don't want to be a psychologist. I'm an educator.
Come on now.
Right?
Educators in the house.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And, so people will say things, well, what makes you think you could do that? Something else they say, well, I don't think so. That doesn't sound very logical or they have an opinion.
Yeah.
Right. And then people listen to that because that might be coming from a position of authority.
Right.
A parent, a teacher, a minister.
That's right.
But I just didn't listen to anybody. I guess that's, just listen to me. And then I'd say, God, okay, you want me to do this? Well, then you better just bring me the people. I actually prayed that.
Wow.
You want me to bring the message of self-worth to the planet? Nobody even knew what that was back then. No, there was no book ever written about it. There wasn't a paper. I had to start from scratch.
Wow.
And I said, so when your self-worth is intact, that's that power you're talking about.
That's right.
Nobody can touch that.
That's nobody.
Nobody can touch it.
Once
and that's why we have the power to choose, right?
That's right. And tap back in. One of my things is tap back in and bet on you. Okay. Nobody can do it better than you. You can be your best self, your best version of yourself, or whatever that looks like at this particular time. Accept yourself for where you are, right? And just understand that you have the power to choose to become more of what? More of whatever, to awaken to more of whoever you are. that you are already designed to be the person you are today, that you already have everything inside of you if you just tap back in. A lot of us don't even know ourselves. We don't know what we like.
No.
We don't know what we don't like. We don't know our triggers. It's like, no, hey, that's the emotional intelligence side. So we got to tap back in and have self-awareness of the things that we do, of how we come across. You know, a lot of times we just, I don't know, we're clueless about it. For the most part, certain things of me, I'm like, why was I clueless with that? Because we don't do a lot of self-reflection. We don't reflect on our day. We don't reflect on how we came across to a person. We don't reflect about the choices that we've made or the damage that has been done, right? To awaken to more, we have to first assess the damage. What has happened in my life? How did I get to where I'm at today? You know, what are these reoccurring things that maybe my paradigm from what was built before when I was a little bitty kid that is still inside of me that no longer serves my higher purpose, that I need to now say, you know what, thank you for getting me to where I'm at today, but I have to say goodbye because I got this new value, because before where I'm trying to go, that's what I need to tap into. And that's what I need to start developing within myself, right? Because when we choose to walk in our brilliance, when we choose to be authentically who we are, unapologetically, we give other people permission to do the same thing.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
That's exactly right. And oftentimes, if I'm speaking or I'm doing a presentation, my introduction goes something like this. I'm Dr. Laurie Davis. I'm the product of a teenage parent back in the 40s. Now, you know what that would have been like. You know, my dad came home from World War II and he was already drinking heavily, and that came into the home and into the picture. And we lived up north and my mom lost a baby up there because of a lack of equipment to save that baby. I was 6 and my other sister was 4. I've been I married my childhood sweetheart, and he passed away in 1984. He tried to take his life twice and ultimately spent 2.5 years in a mental institution, came out and disappeared. He's been on a missing persons list for almost 40 years. I lost a little niece to a tragic school bus accident. And I go on and I share the trauma.
That's right.
That's how I introduce myself.
Yeah.
And then I look at them and I go, so what's your problem?
Bounce back, baby. Bounce back, John.
Yeah. I've been divorced. I've been married 3 times. Like,
let's
really?
Go. Let's go.
I know. So I give them all the flaws and then I go, okay, so what's your problem?
Yeah.
You think you're the only one
that's ever right? We're not.
No, you're not.
We're
not.
And
there's way more, but I just go, okay, it's a new day. Every day is a new opportunity to bounce back or start over. What do you know about that?
Yes. Bouncing back more effectively, more efficiently from life storms, learning how to weather the storms, how to navigate the treacherous waters like a sailor. I'm talking about a navigator, right? A sailor that is the top of their game. We can learn to do these things. A lot of times we get hit hard with life circumstances and we're not prepared. It's like being in a ring and like you get sucker punched. You're not prepared. Don't you know you're getting in the ring? So when you get in the ring, what tools do you have? Who's coaching you? Who's your support team? Like, who's going to believe in what you're doing when you decide to stand? When you don't whimper, right? When you get pushed back, but you still keep coming forward, you keep coming back. See, I understand that when life knocks you down, you got to make up in your mind not to stay down. You got to learn how to rejuvenate yourself, renew yourself, and reinvent yourself. Because I believe that life can be beautiful and it's doggone sure worth living. It is worth living. For those of you who are in your ends rope and saying, I can't do this, I don't want to do this, it's too overwhelming. Guess what? That's when you got to tap into yourself and tap into your tribe. But you first have to make a choice and decision that you're going to stand, that you're going to learn how to fight. And baby, you're going to have the other women and men that show up and they're going to help you learn how to war. We got to teach ourselves sometimes how to war because it is a war. It is a war not just for a physical realm, but it's a war for your soul. We have to understand that it goes a little bit deeper than meets the eye. But honey, as a possibilitarian, I must tell you that you are important, that you are loved, that you are valued, that you are cherished.
Mhm.
that we need you. And anytime that we're not standing in our truth and doing what we need to do, there's another woman that's connected to you, another man that's connected to you, and they're not getting what they need because your voice, whatever you carry, you're meant to give that to others. That is the gift that you give to the world because you are uniquely you and you are beautiful.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, when you said about not knowing who you are, I remember looking in the mirror and I didn't even recognize myself anymore
Oh, yeah.
because I had become someone that I didn't like.
Mm.
And if you'd known me back then, you wouldn't have wanted me for a friend because I'm
I
not
don't
who
know, Dr. Laurie. I have some different type of friends now. We.
Yeah, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because when we're kids, we learn very quickly how to wear the masks. So, we have one mask when we're with our parents, and we have another mask when I go to church, and I got another
Wow.
mask when I'm at a party, and then I have a mask when I'm with my boyfriend, and then I have another mask because we have learned how to tap dance and adjust
Oh my God.
to keep the peace
Oh,
at all costs,
wow.
right?
Yes. Yes.
And so I had to stop tap dancing.
Mm.
'Cause I was tap dancing.
That's
I
for
was
somebody. Stop tap
woo, woo,
dancing.
woo, 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 right? Here he comes home. I don't know what kind of mood he's in. I better wait a minute, find out what kind of mood he's in. Then I can tap dance around that. And,
Yeah.
and I lived many years like that because I didn't really have a toolkit.
Right.
I mean,
And it places
nobody,
you in survival
like,
mode.
did your mom ever sit you down and say, now, honey, when things get really tough, here's 10 ways to keep loving yourself through it
No.
all? No,
No.
I've
They,
never heard yes to that question.
no. Because most likely they were in survival mode themselves, tapping. Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I don't necessarily believe we inherit trauma, but we certainly participate in it.
Yeah.
Other people's,
Yeah. We can be
our
from us
parents.
viewing what goes on or something that happens to us. A lot of times
Mhm.
people think, oh, well, that didn't happen to you. Well, I saw that. So it did happen to me. It
Oh
was a
yeah.
part of my experience. Yes, it was
Yes.
at a different
Yes.
level. Everybody has a certain threshold of what they can experience and endure, right? So I know for the ones that like when they say, oh my gosh, you're so strong. Well, I didn't ask to be strong. It's like you said, it's the situations and the circumstances of my life that's brought me to who I am today, that I've had more time to get beat up. I'm trying to tell you, knocked around in life long enough to
Yeah.
say, okay, honey, are you going to just stay down or are you going to get up? Because there were times in my life that I did not want to get back up. I told the
Yes.
referee, I'm out, count to 10. I'm staying down. I don't want to live this life anymore. I'm
Right.
done. I can't do it. Right. And then something inside of me said, I don't know what you're talking about, girl. You got so much more in you. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Right. And you have the other women that come around you or the men and they're saying, get up. What are you doing? Come on, you can do it. And sometimes you got to be the champion for yourself. That guess what? Because nobody's coming. Nobody is coming. So you have to choose until your reinforcement gets there. What are you going to do? How are you going to bounce back? Because that's the question you need to ask yourself. And if you need help to learn how to do that, hey, that's why we're here.
That's why we're here. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We welcome you to advertise and promote your goods and services, and or brand your logo to 34 million subscribers on Canada Talks 167. Your investment will go towards our employment programs in the media industry for persons with disabilities and veterans.
Now, are you writing a book or have you written a book?
I have books. I have a poetry book.
Well, let's see it. Let's talk about your books.
Yeah, this one here is you can't really see it, but it's called Awaken to More.
Okay, put it in front of your face. Just put it right in front of your face and we can see it. There we go.
So this is Awaken to More.
Nice.
Yeah, 8 strategies to rebound and reset your life. It was renamed because the first time it was how I'm learning to reset my life, right? So then this was birthed out of that because it was birthed out of me going through so much in my life. And as I did my timeline, so I teach people how to do timelines and started to really see like, oh my God, I never processed that. What was that? I don't even remember that. I started remembering so many things that I put on my timeline. And from that, I was like, I had this epiphany. I had this great awakening that happened to me where I moved my family all way across the United States of America to the other side, right? And we stayed there for a year, but within that year, it was like a breakdown for me. I've never got to break down. I always said, I don't have time to deal with that. I have to raise kids. I have to go to work. I don't have time to unpack all this trauma that I've experienced, right? So then with that, I got away from everything that I know. I got away from the tap dancing because there was nobody who knew me. So I could just be me. And I didn't even know who she was. Ooh. I had lost myself too. I didn't know who she was. I was like, who am I? Who is this person? I don't even know who I am. So I decided to tap back in, and I got the time to do that, even though it was a really difficult time because my grandma had passed at that time. And it was really difficult for me because my auntie called on the phone and said, we're about to unplug her. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm on the phone at my job, right? With all these other educators, and we're going to different workshops because we just got hired by this district. And I'm on the phone amidst all these people, and my auntie's like, okay, we're unplugging her. And then I'm on the other side and it's really quiet. And then finally she says she's gone. Oh, it took me, it was over. That was the last straw for me. And I just spiraled down. But that hitting rock bottom, let me tell you something. That was my great awakening. That was actually my new beginning, because I was able to take the time off the work and to focus on myself and to really figure out, dig deeper, and to start doing the healing, the work that was required of me, so I can bounce back even stronger, right? Better. And as time goes on, when you keep getting hit, you'll learn how to bounce back faster. You also will learn how to pivot when it's necessary. You'll learn how to see things that are coming and be able to be proactive about these certain things. Oh, I've been through that before. Oh, I'm not getting nope. He's trying to sucker punch me right here. Oh, I'm gonna duck this way. Oh, I'm going down. You'll learn how to weather the storms of life. And like you said, to get to our next level, we must understand we got to get in the ring. A lot of us are running from the ring. We're tapping around it, or we're trying to do something different. No, get in the ring and learn how to fight. And I'm not talking about physically fighting. I'm talking about strategies. I'm talking about toolkit, right? I'm talking about us learning the emotional intelligence that's required, us learning the self-worth that we actually possess and have. Who are you? What is your identity? How do you become a possibilitarian? Why do you even want to be that? Why is it important? Who are you in life? Why are you here on this planet? All of this is very essential and important for us to understand about ourselves. I know what it is to have a great awakening. I know what it is to hit rock bottom, as many of you do as well. But my clarion call is for you to, honey, it's time to tap back in. It's time to bounce back bigger, faster, more effectively than you ever thought before. And it's time to bet on you. Yes. Bet on yourself.
Well, 3 questions I ask people, and why are you here? Because you mentioned that. Why are you here? Question number 2, what do you want?
Oh, wow.
And question number 3, what are you willing to do to get what you want?
Action plan.
Yeah, action plan. So anyway, that's part of a workshop that I do, and
wonderful.
My clients will go, well, gee, I never really thought about what do I want. Most people don't really know what they want.
No.
So I said, well, my answer to each question was the same. And they said, what? What? I said, well, why am I here? I'm here to make a difference.
Yes.
What do I want? I want to make a difference. And what am I willing to do to get what I want? I'm willing to continue to make a difference.
Oh, wow. That's good.
It's not that complicated, people.
Change agent. Yes.
Yeah. What you're doing. What are you doing in the run of a day? We all get the same, and you and I both know this because we've read the books and did all that. Yeah. We all get the same 24 hours a day. We all get the same bank account when it comes to time.
Yes, absolutely.
And then how we use the time is how we build the bank account, right?
Come on now. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. I love it. Yeah. Wow. Right. Yes. So true. That's so true.
I want to spend a little time talking to you about, I see in your title there, your title with doula in there. Can you tell us and share with our audience a little bit about how that came to be and what that means?
Yeah. I get asked that a lot, and people are like, "Oh, you help birth babies." I said, "It's like in a spiritual way." Yes. I say how it came to be is I had a coach Alicia, and she was helping me through, getting everything positioned together with what I was doing. And I had a lot of my stuff. I've always been somebody who can just get in there and just start going with the flow and doing things. But I didn't quite know, as I was finding myself and my identity, I didn't quite know who I was, like what I wanted to be called, how to who package myself as who I am and what I do, right? So as you know, that's the first question. Oh, and you need to be able to in 15, 30 seconds say who you are and all,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's still when you're meeting someone, I'm like, I don't know how to do, I don't know what to say. I'm an educator. Okay. I love music. I love the arts. I love science. Okay. How do I put this together? And as we were talking, she said, I want you to tell me, I got something I think it should be, but you tell me, like, what are you getting? What are your instincts saying? And I kept thinking about it. And I said, I don't know what, I just think doula. And she says, really? I said, yes. Is this something with doula? She says, absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking. But you said it. So it must be a confirmation that this is what it is. So then I started asking, okay, so what is this doulaship, Lord? You want me birthing babies? He said, nope. I'm talking about in the spiritual sense, honey, birthing out your brilliance, helping people to birth out their brilliance, right? Because we all have a brilliance that we carry. And from there, my doulaship, so I call it a doulaship, right? And my doulaship, it just mainly means that I function as a consultant, a coach, or an advocate. Whatever a person that I work with, whoever I'm called to, whoever is my assignment for that particular time, I can function as either of those persons in order to help them to win, to help them to bounce back, to help them to reset their lives, right? Some of us are resetting. We're like, I don't know what's going on, but let's just push the reset button and just start all over again.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you for that.
Yes,
That's
that's
awesome.
how Dr. H.C. Doula Lakeysha Mattis was born.
Yes, there you go. Well, actually, I'm sure you've had clients, and I've had clients who've said this to me over the years. I feel like a new person.
Yeah.
Right? Well, that's not really, you're not the new person. That's who you really are. And we just uncovered it again. That's who you already are.
Right.
That's your authentic self.
Yes.
And I know that that comes as a shock to some people, but to rebirth, it is like a rebirth. And I also share with my clients, you can't be a divine creature of the creator, God, whatever, however you want to see that spiritually.
Yeah.
So I have them change that tape where people say, well, I'm only human. I'm not perfect. And I'm going, no, I am perfect. I came here perfectly. It is just my situations that haven't always been perfect.
Yeah, that's true.
And that separates that damage from me feeling like, most people are walking around feeling like there's something wrong with them.
Right. You're so right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I remember coming home one day and saying to Ron, my husband, my third husband, who I've been with for 32 years. So yes, I do have what it takes to be a good wife.
Yes, you do.
Because I thought, well, something wrong with me.
Lord. Teach us.
Right?
Teach us. It's still possible. Possibilitarian.
That's right. But I came home. We've been in business about 5 years, and I came home one day and I said, you know something, Ron? I've discovered something. I felt like I had invented something. And he said, what have you discovered? And I said, well, I've taught school. I was in sales and marketing, and now we have our own business. And here's what I know. Most people are walking around feeling like there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
They lack confidence. They don't know how to take a risk, because that's what confidence is.
Yes.
The ability to take risks. And the third thing, poor communication skills. And I'm going to do something about that.
All right now.
That's what I did.
Make a difference.
32 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So I started doing my research, because that's all revolves around self-worth. And I started doing my research, and I couldn't find anything that had ever been written about it.
Wow.
32 years ago, there was nothing.
Wow.
So I had to create it. But it's like, those are the only three things I work on.
Okay.
With my clients. Number one, get the self-worth cleaned up.
That's
Number
right.
two, build up your self-confidence and teach you how to communicate properly. to get the
Beautiful.
results you want,
Yes.
both personally and professionally, right?
So you can win. That's right. Whatever
That's
that
right.
win looks like for you, that is beautiful. You're so right. Working with students, uh, even now, I teach social emotional learning and EQ. And a lot of times I stay on emotions for quite a long time because they've never learned how to unpack emotions. They've never learned how to just sit with emotions and understand that they're just emotions. There's a lot of things just tied up in emotions. And other people don't know how to identify this child is struggling. This student is struggling. They got things that's going on that you would never know. But you're putting them in this boat and saying what you see from what's manifesting, but you didn't think about the thoughts that they're actually having, the feelings that they're actually having that is triggering the action that you see. So how about starting at the root and starting to be with empathy to try to figure out why is this student responding the way he or she is responding? What's really going on? Because
Right.
when I end up talking to students and having a heart to heart, I'm a heart to heart person. I'm a connector. I can't help it. That's just me, right? That's how I'm built. And my dad just died and he told me something that was really, really, I just can't forgive him for saying, or, oh yeah, well, they just took my mom was in jail. They just took her. Why do you have that monitor on your leg? And, oh, well, they said that because my mom and dad might run. So we have to wear monitors on my leg, and my little sibling, they have them too. I'm like, are you serious? These kids are going through certain things that we would never know. We're saying, oh my gosh, it's just, the things that are happening in education. Listen, it's just manifested itself even more, showing up even more because our students were already struggling. Then you put COVID in the situation, right?
Yes.
Boom, here we are. What are we going to do about this? Our kids are struggling mentally. They don't know who they are. They're being thrown away. They're being labeled, right? When all they need is some people to help them with self-worth, right? They need us to help them with learning how to love themselves, learning how to stand in who they are, that they do have a gift to give to this world, that they are worthy, right?
Yes.
And that whatever's in the past that happened, or the things that they've done, they need to learn how to work through those things and make better decisions and choices, which we know their brain is not fully developed at that age anyway. But let's just throw the science out, right? And just, right? Why do we keep doing it? I don't know. But our kids have to also learn how to rebound and reset, how to bounce back, not just for adults, it's for kids too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
The Disability Channel would like to thank our existing sponsors. We really appreciate the support and kindness from the BIAs across the GTA, Ontario, Canada, and our friends in the USA. We love making new friends. Thank you for supporting our existing employment programs.
It is. Mm-hmm. We developed, we have 40 workshops just for youth.
Wow.
And I piloted that series of workshops on an Indigenous reservation here in Canada.
That's great.
Because I figured if, they're very stressed communities, marginalized, if it would work there, it would work anywhere. So that was 25 years ago. I did that.
Awesome.
And I went back to the community to visit. So I was working in the community anyway with adults, and I had the program was written, but I had never delivered it. So
yeah,
I got permission to pilot it there. And I said, I'll fund it. I'll pay for everything.
Yeah.
But I need a group of kids to work with to see if this thing would work.
Yeah.
So they gave me permission. We put the thing out to the community. I had 72 kids show up.
Wow.
Yeah, 72 kids.
That's amazing.
And I had to hire some women in the community to help me manage these 72 little kids because we had workbooks and all this kind of stuff. And I went back to visit in 2019, and I didn't even recognize the community.
Wow.
It had gone from, you couldn't even buy a cup of coffee there. The poverty was overwhelming. And I drove by the entrance 5 times because I didn't recognize the road. It was paved. Well, the old road was gravel.
Wow.
There was a big old barn at the entrance falling apart. Well, now this entrance there's a pharmacy, there's a gas station, there's a restaurant, there's a grocery store. And when I get in on the road, I went, oh, this is it. Wow. Found my friend's home, asked him, like, what happened?
Yes.
Well, he said, you remember all those kids that were in the program, the self-worth program? I said, yes. He said, well, they're in their 30s now.
Oh my gosh.
And guess who do you think owns those businesses? Who do you think built those nice new homes up there in the
Come
subdivision?
on, come on.
Who do you think got the roads paved and sidewalks and curbs?
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
See?
Yes. Planted the
Yeah.
seed and look at the harvest. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. And I had another harvest too. I had 5 women from inner city Halifax,
Mm-hmm.
dangerous community, and they were tired of, they called me and they said, hey, Laurie, we read it. We heard about your program. Would you come over? We need to change our community. And I
Yeah.
have it up here. I have it up here on my wall.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're aware that about 42% of Canada's Black population lives in Nova Scotia. That's where I'm from.
Okay. Okay.
So this community, downtown Halifax, dangerous. And I said, well, you get the ladies together next Wednesday and I'll come over. So they got together, a little coffee glitch in a little kitchen.
Yeah.
I said, whoever is here next week, I will be here with the workbooks, but you have to make a commitment, 40 weeks,
Yeah.
an hour a week for 40 weeks.
Wow.
And they did. And they turned their whole community around.
That is a blessing.
Yes. They even had a street named after them after that.
Wow. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
getting in here and filling people up and giving them what they need and helping them with mindset and giving them the tools and giving them the knowledge so they can make a choice. My God.
Right.
Powerful.
And you're doing the same thing with your students.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I run a cohort now. We have a cohort running and we're at the end. We just finished up this Saturday. So I'll be starting the next cohort with women. That's right. We're trying to elevate and educate to elevate. That's what I call it.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to do it to get to our next level. Got to do it.
Awesome. And then in the meantime, you have a family to deal with. Five children. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And we only got one life to live. Don't make excuses for why we're not doing what we're called to do. There's no excuses. You find a way. You always find a way when you want to do something and to get something right, to have something. The same thing with the stuff, what really matters, find a way to do it. You can do it.
Absolutely, we can. Yeah. I love sharing our stories because it's inspirational for others to know that they're not alone. Because one of the things, have you found when we're going through stuff, we think we're the only person in the world feeling that way?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But then when you think about it, there's 8.5 billion people, and I'll guarantee you somebody's going through something right at the same time.
And maybe even worse than us, right? Worse than us, and that's why I believe it's important to find your tribe. And to me, a tribe is, it means that people who together resiliently inspire brilliance, ever blooming one to another. Those are the people that will supercharge you. Those are the people in the times, even when sometimes you have to stand alone and you can't let everybody know everything about what you may be experiencing or going through. You having a tribe, and these people can be from anywhere, okay? Anywhere around the world, that they stand in a gap for you, that they stand with you, that they send things that you need, right? Even if it's just a prayer, right? Even if it's just a good thought, if they, it's important to have people around you that are not the naysayers or the negative people. I cut them off real quick. I don't have time for it. You're talking to a possibilitarian. I can't do that with you. The energy, I can't do it. I refuse to do it. Put it that way, because our moments are numbered. The things that we could be, we think that tomorrow is promised to you. It is not. It doesn't matter how young or how old. It is not promised to you or me. So we better be making the best choices and impact that we can make at this time, for such a time as this, because we never know the time or the hour. So do you, and do it well, and learn. You might trip and fall in the beginning, so just trip and fall. That's just a part of the learning curve, we call it, right?
Right.
You can do it. Yeah,
exactly.
You can do it.
Well, when you think about, let's say we go back to when we were learning how to walk.
Oh, goodness.
And we fell down. What did we do? We got back up.
Try again.
Because mom was there going, you can do it. Get up.
Yes.
You can do it. Then the second time you're walking around, you fall and you hit your head on the coffee table. Yeah. And now you're bleeding and crying.
You don't want to get up.
What do?
Yeah.
You get back up.
Get back up. Back up.
You're running down a gravelly driveway and you fall and skin your knees. What do?
Get back up.
We can do it
You can
because
do
we
it.
did it already.
That's right. Because we've done it already.
Otherwise, we'd all be in wheelchairs.
Yeah. And we all know, many of us know what it is to take a punch, right?
Right.
So I'm talking about in the ring of life. We know what it is to take a punch or to take a couple of punches or to be knocked down, like I said. And the only way is up. Just know that the only way is up. The worse it is, listen, the only way is up. Just always remember that. I can get up. Okay. It might take me a little bit of time, but I can do it. Just keep the mental models in front of you and mindset and keep the naysayers away from you, right? You don't need that, especially when you're trying to heal. All the noise, all the chatter that's not in alignment with what you want to do in your life, you need to get rid of it. You need to,
Yes.
you can decide, you have power of the choice. Stop tap dancing. Don't
Yes.
tap dance around the situations. Cut them off. Cut it off. You deserve peace. You deserve
Zap.
joy. You deserve,
Zap.
that's right, happiness. You deserve to be around people who genuinely respect you, who love you, who cherish you. You deserve that because
Absolutely.
you're a human being. You deserve it. We should be giving that one to another, but some people, they need a little bit more time to get it together, and that's okay. While they're getting it together, you tiptoe on out and get what you tried.
Yep.
So y'all can get it
That's
together
right.
together. Yeah.
Well, big part of my tribe's in California. And like
That's
you
it.
said, it can be anywhere in the world. And now with everything that technology
Yes,
and all,
it's
right?
beautiful. Yeah.
We've never had such an important time for connections.
Right. And you're never
Right.
alone. You may feel that you're
No.
alone, but all you have to do is just do your best to just get connected, because you never know what that connection is going to lead to for you. Don't stay alone. Some of these battles you're fighting, you can't do it alone. You have to have a tribe. You have to have people that understand, people that's been there, right? People that
Yes.
can help you to navigate through this, right? A lot of times when I'm doing a lot of things, because I am I do a lot. I need somebody helping me to navigate. So I'm on the ground, right? So I'm moving around. I'm doing all this. I can't see everything. I need somebody to help me. Hey, move to the right, left. Oh, this is canceled. Hey, do this, do that. I need an assistant. We can be assistants one to another, right? We can help each other through the storms of life and the things that we have to endure. You don't have to be alone. That's one thing that's my pet peeve. I do not like people to feel like they're alone.
I know. And don't you find in your work, they learn that they're not alone because they're with other people who are experiencing similar situations. And then all of a sudden they go, oh, you too? That happened to you? Oh,
Right. Oh,
and it's very,
Mhm.
very encouraging.
Right. So all the people who are dealing with shame, you're dealing with fear, you're dealing with regret. You're not the only one. You are not the only one experiencing these type of emotions. That's what they are. They're emotions. Okay. There's a certain way you feel that way. But I always say one of how we gain our power back is that whatever happened in the past, we acknowledge it, and then we decide to move forward so that we can grow. You can't go back and look, it's spilled milk. The milk's already been spilled. It is what it is. What did I say you have to do? I said you have to acknowledge it. Then you have to move forward so that you can grow. We're no longer giving any of that energy to the past, because that's not your future. We're going to, from present to future, that's where we're going to take all of the massiveness of who you are, your being and your essence, and you're going to put it in, so you can push it forward into your future you for the type of life that you want to have. Because guess what?
Right.
It's possible.
That's right. It definitely is. In the morning when I get up, of course, as you get older, time becomes really even more important because you realize you're on the back end of things here, Yeah. So when I get through a night, I wake up, put my feet on the floor, and I say, thank you, God.
Yes.
For a safe passage in the night. I'm here one more day.
Yes.
And then the devil says, another voice, oh, crap. She's still alive.
He got up this morning. No. And she's in good spirits too. Oh, goodness.
Oh, crap. She's still alive. She's still going to do that show. She's going to bring on other people to support everything.
That's right. We're here to rumble and tumble. That's right. We're here to, shake it up. We're here to, that's what we're here to do. So
we have about 2 or 3 minutes left, and I love to give that time to you to just, words of encouragement, things that you'd like people to hear you say and that would make a difference for them today.
Yeah. When I'm really struggling, thank you so much, Dr. Laurie. And I gotta, like I said, until reinforcement comes, sometimes you're your greatest asset, right? It's you and whatever you're going through. So once you have a resolve to say, I'm standing in this, I'm going to weather this storm. When I feel like life has knocked me down and I just feel like I got to like give myself a breath of fresh air. This is something I want to leave with you today. It's actually a mantra that I say, and you can feel free to repeat after me. Okay. I may not get it right all the time.
I may not get it right all the time.
But I will keep on trying.
But I will keep on trying.
I was made for a special purpose.
I was made for a special purpose.
And I will complete my destiny.
And I will complete my destiny.
Every day I choose to get myself together.
Every day I choose to get myself together.
Because I know out in the world.
Because I'm going to go out in the world.
I will be something greater.
I will be something greater.
I am a force for good.
I am a force for good.
I'm an agent of change.
I'm an agent of change.
No matter what happens in my life.
No matter what happens in my life.
Though life may be hard.
Though life may be hard.
I will continue to push on.
I will continue to push on.
I may fail.
I may fail.
But what I will never do is quit.
But what I'll never do is quit.
I will never give up.
I will never give up.
I'll get myself together.
I'll get myself together.
I will become someone stronger.
I will become someone stronger.
I will become someone grander.
I will become someone grander.
I will become someone wiser.
I will become someone wiser.
I will rise from the ashes to greater heights.
I will rise from the ashes to greater heights.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
All the way to the top.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be back. You're welcome. We'll be back tomorrow, same time with Dr. Ramin Modiri, and we will be having a guest tomorrow, former NHLer, one of the very first Black hockey players ever to be in the NHL, wow. Terry McKegney from New York. He's going to join us tomorrow because Tuesdays we do finance and business. So he's coming in because we're going to talk about the tariffs, which is a very big discussion right now between Canada and the United States. And that will be our show tomorrow. And Tony's going to join us because he lives in a border town in upstate New York, near the Canadian border. And of course, he played hockey on both sides of the fence. So he's going to be joining us tomorrow. So we'll be back tomorrow, the Today Show here at the Disability Channel at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you so much, Lakeysha. Looking forward to more talks with you.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Politics get in the way. Freedom is the price I pay. I'll be long gone. On a distant mountain top, neither side is willing to stop. I'll be long gone. Held hostage to wishful thinking, mama, yeah. Bullets travel in a straight line. Nothing can change his heart or mind. Don't think I'll survive beneath the velvet sky. Ooh. Know that I'm out here for a reason, yeah. Hard to understand just why. on the barren plain. Time to move on. Outside of the line, I swear, road used to be right there. Now it's all gone. All gone. Still held hostage, wishful thinking, mama, yeah. No life travels in a straight line. Nothing can change this heart of mine. Don't think I'll survive beneath the velvet sky. Ooh. Know that I'm out here for a reason, yeah. Hard to understand just why. Just why. That's why.